March exposes what's been quietly brewing. We got some red flags going on right here. You see this figure? That is the sneakiness you suspect, but you don't want to admit it's there. Welcome to Hidden Gate Tarot. We have a situation where someone, or maybe a situation itself, is not showing you the full picture. That is the Seven of Swords. It's the trap. But look what happens when you cross it with the Ace of Swords. Truth cuts clean. You are moving from a place of confusion and maybe into a place of absolute cold hard facts. Your way out? The King of Pentacles. You need to know if that energy is leaking somewhere else, because this month you have to stand in your authority. So let's take a look at the trap. That's the Seven of Swords. This is hidden motives. This is miscommunication, but it's not just an accident. We are in March and we have Mercury retrograde in Pisces. That is a fog machine. That is smoke and mirrors. And in that fog, someone is moving things around that shouldn't be moved. There is something you don't want to see, and you feel it in your gut. You walk into a room and the conversation stops. You look at the bank account and the math isn't mathing. Or maybe it's in a relationship and the vibe is just off. And the Seven of Swords is the red flag that is in front of your eyes and you don't want to see it. Why? Because it's inconvenient. You don't want to make that choice to confront it. You think if you just ignore the sneakiness, it'll go away. But you know. Now look how this guy is holding those swords. He's taking 5, leaving 2. He thinks he's getting away with it. This represents a strategy that is underhanded. This could be a coworker taking credit for your work while smiling in your face. This could be a partner who is technically telling you the truth, but omitting the one detail that changes everything. The danger with the Seven of Swords isn't just the deception. It's the mental gymnastics you do to excuse it. You tell yourself, oh, they're just busy. Oh, it's just a misunderstanding. No. If you have to play detective in your own life, this is your answer. And because we have this lunar eclipse in Virgo happening, the shadow side is getting highlighted. Virgo wants details. Virgo wants perfection. And the Seven of Swords is sloppy. The energy is leaking. You are putting effort into a bucket with a hole in the bottom. You need to know what you are dealing with here. Is it malicious? Maybe. Is it cowardly? Definitely. This card appears when people are avoiding a direct confrontation. They are taking what they can get while avoiding the hard conversation. And if you are the one doing the sneaking, if you're the one hiding your true feelings or your true plans, you need to know that this is a trap for you too. Because you can't build a solid structure on a foundation of secrets. You're carrying too many swords. You're going to cut yourself. So how do we deal with this sneakiness? We bring in the interface, the Ace of Swords. Truth cuts clean. This is the antidote for the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is foggy, it's evasive. The Ace of Swords is direct and sharp and unavoidable. March is going to hand you a sword. This represents a breakthrough, a moment of clarity that is so sharp it might actually hurt a little bit, but it's a good kind of pain. It's the pain of dislocated shoulder popping back into the socket. When the sun moves into Aries later this month, this energy amps up. Aries doesn't do passive aggressive. Aries does, here is the reality. You are going to find something out, or you are going to say something you've been holding back. The Ace of Swords severs the connection to the lie. If you're wondering, are they lying to me? The Ace of Swords says, yes, here's the proof. If you've been wondering, is this job actually going anywhere? The Ace of Swords says, no, look at the numbers. You don't want to make the choice that changes everything, but the Ace of Swords doesn't give you that option. It forces the issue. It forces the conversation. And notice the difference in energy. The Seven of Swords was looking back, running away. The Ace of Swords stands upright. It's confrontational. This is your setting a boundary that is non-negotiable. You cannot talk to me like that. I need to see the receipts. This relationship is over. It's dramatic, but you know it's necessary. You can't keep living in the fog of the Seven of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is also about mental clarity. The Mercury retrograde fog lifts, and suddenly you see the red flag for what it is. You stop making excuses, you stop painting over the cracks, and here's the warning with the Ace. It can be a weapon. You can use this truth to destroy, or you could use it to liberate. When you find out what has been brewing quietly, your first instinct might be to rage, to cut everyone down. But that is where you lose. And if you just start swinging that sword wildly, you become just as chaotic as the person sneaking around. You need a way to wield this truth without burning your own house down. So, this is your key. It's the King of Pentacles. Grounded authority stabilizes the chaos. You have the deception of the Seven of Swords. You have a sharp, painful truth, the Ace of Swords. Now, what do? Do you scream? Do you cry? No. You sit down. You look at your assets. You secure your position. The King of Pentacles does not run. He does not sneak. And he certainly doesn't have temper tantrums. He is the master of the material world. This represents your handling this situation like a CEO, like a boss. If the truth comes out that someone betrayed you, the King of Pentacles doesn't slash their tires. The King of Pentacles changes the locks. He calls the lawyer. He protects the bank account. He ensures his reputation is solid. This is about practical, tangible response. If the Seven of Swords was miscommunication at work, the King of Pentacles is you documenting everything. Per our conversation, you create a paper trail so thick they can't sneak past it. You need to know that your power this month comes from your stability. The more emotional you are, the more you feed into the Seven of Swords energy. The more grounded you stay, the more you embody the King. People who are sneaking around hate the King of Pentacles. Why? Because you can't manipulate a mountain. You can't gaslight a spreadsheet. The King holds the coin. He focuses on value. Ask yourself, does this drama add value to my life? If the answer is no, you remove your investment. You stop giving your energy to it. That energy that was leaking into the Seven of Swords, the King of Pentacles plugs the leak. He reclaims his resources. This is a time for Capricorn to be the ultimate Capricorn. Use your natural affinity for structure. If your relationship is shaky, focus on your career. If your career is shaky, focus on your health and your finances. Build your fortress. The truth is coming, and it might be sharp. But if you are sitting on your throne, grounded in reality, holding your value, that truth can't topple you. It only clears the air so you can build something better. So, we got red flags, we got the truth coming out, and you have the authority to handle it. Don't let them drag you into the mud. Stand tall. Secure your world. You need to know what you're dealing with, and now you do. If this structure made sense to you, subscribe. I do this work every month. So, good luck, Capricorn.